I'd like to bring up Jacob Shaw, who's the recipient this year of the Pure Jury Scholarship Award. With his plaque and a check $1,500. Why don't you tell us what college you're going to be going to, Jacob?
So haven't committed yet. I have a bunch of great options. I'm going to doing the revisits and waitlisting things. So
Okay.
we can see where
It'll be a college in the States, though?
it will.
Okay, great. That is one of the requirements. Jacob has an essay he'd like to read. We asked the jury applications to write an essay, and please proceed.
So thank you again to Brian, to the township for this this award. Means a lot, and thank you to my family, Grandma and Papa, for being here, and again to Brian, to Elliot, to all of the participants of the Pure Jury program, just for the opportunity to serve has been really meaningful. So what I want to do is essentially just give you a snapshot of my story here with the Pure Jury, and I'll use this essay as a guide. So, as I excitedly tore open my Pure Jury acceptance letter, I look forward to collaborating with the law enforcement, the community administrators, and the other students, peers, to support this unique opportunity for offenders to accept responsibility and avoid criminal juvenile records. Now, after serving as our class president freshman year, I was eager to extend my democratic work as a social servant to our township and to my friends. So I anticipated the expectations of confidentiality. I anticipated the tact. I anticipated the teamwork. I did not anticipate the gravity. I mean, after all, to what extent would hard crime manifest itself in the North Shore? I'm thinking as I apply for this. So I'm coming this first day, and I'm predicting my first docket of hearings. Okay, so garbage can pushed over outside of Starbucks, or a off-leash dog nipped a mailman, and a handful of pencils shoplifted from Walgreens. And I never anticipated the range of crime perpetrated by students right here in our community, nor did I forecast the impact it would have on me as a juror or a peer. As it happened, my first case that night threw me headfirst into New Trier's big sexting scandal a few years ago, which was just slightly different than what I had been expecting. My first time in this jury room, as merely an observer, no less. So we start out and asked to just observe a session before actually stepping onto the jury. That first time, as just an observer, I was presented with 12 of my peers. Obviously none of whom I knew, but peers nonetheless, who were all admitted felons, and I, just due to the sheer ratio of perpetrators that night to jurors, was in the course of events asked to actually come up from the observation section to actually sit on the jury. And somehow by the end of the night was asked to be the foreman of, as an observer, as foreman of one of these sexting cases. So serving on the Pure Jury and as foreman a number of times since that night, it has taught me to listen intently and question intentionally. Perhaps 3 years ago, when confronted with others who broke the law, I might have been more surprised at the severity of the crime, and maybe more rigid in the delivery of their sentence as well. The Pure Jury has ironically encouraged me to lead with empathy instead of judgment. And I have continued with the student government. New Trier was fortunate to be re-elected president of the whole New Trier High School system across the two campuses, and this comes up all the time. Not in the context of the Pure Jury, but in the context of my interactions with people every day. So in the deliberation room, back there, I've become the juror essentially known for always advocating the creative sentences. The targeted essay instead of just the extra hours. Deliberate assignment of a technology pressured offender to volunteer at a home for the elderly. I mean, a whole assortment of options that we are presented with that I personally always strive to vie for, not just a sentence with the magnitude to mirror and to offer the most appropriate sized consequence for what they did, but something that's specifically targeted, focused to teaching. And in that way, we as peer jurors have the opportunity, which I believe is extremely valuable, to act not just as the punishers, but as educators in a way as well. So I now confidently consider how, with tailored support, we can all grow. And as perpetrators return to us in the following months with evidence of their lessons learned, my empathy toward my peers and respect for the democratic systems of our community are completely reinforced. So I remain committed to continuing my active participation in governance and service, joining with others to promote our robust democracy, and always leading not with preconceived judgment, but rather with active empathy. So for me, it has been such an honor to serve on this jury, to serve alongside peers who have been so wonderful, community volunteer advocates, as well as our police officers who have been fantastic, to act not merely as the jury, to not merely sit behind this table and wag a finger at an offender, but to act as, in a way, an advocate for them as well. And I said advocate for but it's true. I feel that when I am given the honor, the chance to be able to make a difference for somebody, aside from that they have the chance to come here and that it not be on their record. For me to have the opportunity in that room, the power with the pen to decide where they go for how long, but not only the community service side, but if there is an essay, if there is an apology letter or something more creative or targeted than that, to advocate on their behalf for the future, to be able to teach them and to give them the opportunity to learn on their own, most importantly. So with that, I am deeply humbled by this award, and thank you so much to everybody.